Wow, okay, that was a pretty extreme, thing in
I'm done.
the chat. If I'm starting this video with this, I'm probably gonna have to black out that message because I feel like YouTube doesn't like it if there's an F word in the first few seconds of a video. Also, it looks like Futaba is, having Morgana lap time now, so at least he's having that with someone.
As for me, I'm done for.
When is that not true of you and Tess?
Talk about a cliched way to end your summer vacation.
Well, I mean, at least our summer vacation didn't endlessly loop until we finished our homework.
I can't believe you hadn't even touched your homework until last night.
Oh, knowing high schoolers, I definitely can believe that.
Well, everyone's free to spend their time as they choose. I guess some people just can't help themselves.
I mean, this is true of Joker as well, but the thing is, we don't need to study or do homework because we maxed out, we got all the intelligence we needed by eating a giant burger.
I'm sorry.
Come on, I think he's learned his lesson.
Even Sojiro, like, see, this proves that Sojiro is best dad. Even he gets tired of Ryuji abuse.
More importantly, why don't you folks take a break?
Boss! Oh, you're a lifesaver.
I'm gonna go pick up some groceries. Mind the shop for a bit.
I thought for a second, I must be brainwashed from all the beach scenes. I thought for a second he just said, I'm gonna go pick up some girls.
The sports club has aggressively applied kinesthesiology to the team's practices.
Okay, hang on a second. I need to look up what that is. The medical and therapeutic study of the movement of muscles and joints.
By incorporating their lab's findings on human efficiency into the training regimen, they have developed a...
Oh, that reminds me. Isn't there a female athlete from our own school who's made the news?
Oh yeah, the moment they started talking about muscles and like sports teams, I was like, okay, this is a Royal exclusive edition, isn't it?
An athlete? Oh, do you mean the one in gymnastics?
The one that we're all contractually obliged not to have screen time with for some reason?
Yeah, her! The one everyone's saying is super cute.
Oh yeah, Yoshizawa, right? Wasn't she gonna be in the summer meet? Or is that already over?
Yeah, you and Yusuke could have met her earlier, but for some reason the plot said no.
Ah, about that.
Makoto?
Do you know some things from student council president work?
Well, I just happened to overhear a couple teachers discussing it when I was heading to school the other day.
Okay, I'm guessing this is one of these. This is totally off the record, but conversations.
Yoshizawa-san's results in the meet, they weren't exactly stellar.
I see.
There seemed to have been a great many people expecting her success there. It's gotta be tough for her.
Yeah. Ain't there one more meet left this year in gymnastics, though?
That means that she has one more chance to do well, and then she'll be able to unlock the Emperor's social, except actually no.
Shit must be rough right now. But if she can nail that one, who cares what anybody at school says?
Oh, that also reminds me. So, I just so happened to bump into Mishima-kun before summer vacation started.
And?
He seemed really mad. I asked him what was wrong, and he showed me some posts on an underground site about our school. It pretty much said the school's planning to abandon any honors student who isn't actively making Shujin look better.
At this point, why are we even surprised? Shujin is officially the worst school in the universe.
Whoa, wait a sec.
There was no name, and it sounded like just another rumor at first. But could this be about Yoshizawa-san?
Who knows? Still, ever since the case with Kamoshida, the school's been frantically trying to improve its public image, right? At the very least, this abandonment of honor students would fall in line with the school's real mission.
Oh wow, so with Kamoshida here, everything was horrible and he ruled over everything with like a tyrant, but with him not here, they're now so desperate to clean up their reputation that they'll abandon students that don't do well? We just can't win with this school. Why doesn't everyone just leave and transfer to Yusuke's? I found out recently that Kosei literally means individuality, so really it is the polar opposite of Shujin High, which means prisoner.
I can't deny the possibility that they would do this to Yoshizawa-san.
They dump all their hopes onto their athletes, and if they don't cut the mustard, they're out like the rest of the trash, huh?
Regardless of whether it's true or not, such behavior is extremely self-serving.
Yeah, tell us what we already all know.
Just like we thought this whole time. there's still tons of shit wrong with society.
Yeah. We don't know what'll happen to Yoshizawa's spot on the team, but at the very least, we can keep up our efforts to prevent the worst case scenario.
Except, unfortunately, I've already maxed her confidence, so we don't get any benefit from physically hanging out with her anymore. So, she's not really gonna be getting any help from Joker anytime soon. Just one of those awkward things about maxing certain confidants or social links too early.
Next up, our spotlight's on a topic everyone's talking about, the Phantom Thieves incidents. The Phantom Thieves shocked the world by silencing a globally notorious hacktivist group. Their popularity goes beyond our own borders, with foreign media following them closely as well.
Are they calling us the Night Monkeys?
Many are heralding them as dark heroes and gentlemen thieves for a new age.
Whoa. This is getting pretty crazy. So the whole world really knows about us.
Man, it's hot.
Sojiro is officially out of being involved in Phantom Thief online discourse. Probably for the best. Yeah, that's totally the reason.
I don't know. I don't even remember how I first learned about mementos.
Well, we've got a crossword to distract us for a little bit, so... Techie term for E-infiltrate... I know what this is. Computer threat? Transgressive acts. Is this, like... This isn't sin, is it? Could be. Oh, this would be virus, so I'm guessing that actually would be sin. Kind of funny that we're, having this after... Wait, no, there's no U here. Oh, wait, there is a U. Kind of funny that we're having this right after the whole Medjet arc has gone. Gap in a wall, this would be breach. And yeah, they talk about security breaches, so that fits. I like how all of the other answers are usually related to, the main answer with varying degrees of subtlety. Because this thing here is... Hack Attack. I'm glad some people, like, in my comments actually know Cyber Chase. I didn't think it was, like, again, that great, but it was kind of... And they got some pretty big-name voice actors for, like, just an edutainment show. Like, the team's Bird does have the same voice actor as Iago in Aladdin. Oh, this one only had one page of trivia.
Nice.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. No one's gonna need blah. Okay then, so today, let's see what we're doing. We're doing more Fortune, okay. That's actually good because we need to get Fortune to the Mementos mission soon because I plan on going to Mementos ahead of schedule. Huh. So this month was, give or take, about 6.5 hours? Okay then. Okay then, I wanted to come here, well actually firstly to check Melon Pan.
Thank you for stopping in.
Yep, they're still selling it, good. But I also wanted to check this because... Yeah, this is a detail that I'm not sure a lot of people notice, but after you've accepted the quest, we aren't just your slaves, you can actually see Shinsuke Kishi in the overworld, here in the Ginza Line Gate. Unless you'd like to be reassigned to the Tixie branch. Yes, Russia used to be canon in the Pokemon world, but they changed that in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Yeah, even Morgana notices. There might be a new song! Phantom Anthem. Okay, oh boy, this is gonna be weird because I'm gonna attempt this in the style of songs like Last Surprise and stuff, and I'm obviously not gonna be able to do that. Say Phantom, say Anthem, say Phantom, say Anthem. Phantom thieves are on the rise, but my popularity's taken a dive. They reach the top, I'm at a stop. Got my mom's back in the countryside. Big city's a hard place to reside. Passion in my head. Ness up, I'm dead. Say Phantom, say Anthem. Yeah, that was terrible. But anyway, that was actually incredibly depressing. Phantom. I apologize for mangling Last Surprise there.
I'm going to shrivel up.
The Phantom Thieves sure are what? The Phantom Thieves sure are gonna shrivel up, apparently. Yeah, Chairman is often not a good title to have. There's like a few titles in fiction that are nearly always bad news. I'd say Chairman is one of them. Okay then. Well, this sounds ominous. So, basically just Absol from Pokemon then. Well, I mean, that's what we always knew, but, I mean, you're not a terrible person because that personal benefit isn't as selfish as, we initially thought.
What?
Oh, I don't trust everything you read in those fortunes.
I've made up my mind.
So, I've said before that a lot of the Confidants are named after real people. In Chihire's case, it's actually particularly important. She's named after Chizuko Mifune, a self-proclaimed clairvoyant during the Meiji era of Japan. Now, the reason why this is significant is because she was approached by a university professor named Tomokichi Fukurai, who was deeply interested in the occult and wanted to try and prove that her powers were true. However, they did a series of experiments. It turned out that Fukurai was rigging the entire thing, and he was just basically massive fraud. Horribly just discredited. He was just handing her envelopes that he'd already told her the contents of, and she ended up committing suicide. Because people blamed her rather than him for all of that fraud. Actually reminds me a lot of the story of Maya and Mia's mother in Ace Attorney as well. I wonder if there probably are a lot of these things, like these whole occult, like, psychic incidents in Japan probably have a lot of influence on modern Japanese media because, in addition to that, the real Mifune story was also partly an inspiration for The Ring, from what I've read. At the same time, though, while elements of this backstory sound a bit cartoonish, there are a lot of very real cults that operate like this and sort of prey on people who have nowhere else to go, and in particular, just Chihaya's whole situation does hit very hard, because I know there are probably a lot of people in real life who get suckered into these things in the same way. They've come to a new town with no one they can trust, and everyone around them treats them cruelly. Then one person comes up and just, and says, hey, I'm not going to be like that, but it turns out they're even worse. Yeah, not knowing a lot about the cult that you're a part of is probably typical. Just, don't incur the wrath of any of their, enforcers or anything. I guess she can embrace that title of Maiden of Relief now.
I never expected what happened to Futaba's mother would be connected to those incidents in the city.
Okay, we've got a cutscene here, but I'll just say about Chihaya. She kind of ranks more in the middle of my Confidant rankings, and for reasons that I can't really explain why, but I do think elements of her story are actually pretty true to life, and that's interesting.
We can't leave this be.
No, we can't overlook this.
Though this scoundrel has the same power as us, they're triggering people's mental shutdowns, if they truly exist. Who can stop them? Only us. This is getting interesting. We've got a new addition to the team, so it's time I flex my veteran skills.
Not a magician rank up, though. And tomorrow we still don't have any free daytime. It's like that for the next few days. We need to talk, okay then.
What's up?
And now Futaba's become an echo nymph.
Hey, get ready. We're going out for lunch. Just the three of us.
If you're paying.
You don't have any plans, right? Just come on. It'll be my treat.
I mean, you don't know that we don't have plans yet, but I mean, as per the guide, we don't.
Not only can Futaba go out now, but your summer break's almost over. We gotta do something.
This is just reminding me of the last days of my school holidays. It was always a bittersweet time.
I asked especially for sushi. You better be thankful.
And suddenly, Morgana's interested.
This place is supposed to be super delicious, too.
In my head, I read that as this place is supposed to be super dangerous.
Sushi? Take me with you! I didn't get to eat the takeout sushi last time, remember?
Man, that thing never stops meowing, does it?
Yeah, tell me about it. He's demanding sushi.
Tell him to bring me along!
Wait, does it want to come with us or something? I do feel sorry for it, though. Well, I guess I don't mind bringing some sushi home.
He knows me so well! Let's see. I want some medium fat tuna, fatty tuna, salmon roe, anago, and...
Anago, I'm pretty sure, is a kind of eel, but I know that it literally means whole child.
Oh, are you going to be able to remember all this? You might want to take notes.
So, how is it? Good?
Delicious!
Don't wolf it down like that. Look, no one's gonna take your food. What did I tell you? Drink some tea.
Restroom!
Huh? Oh, restrooms. They're that way. What a busy girl. Back in the day, she, her mother, and I used to go eat out often. This brings back memories. I had completely forgotten about it, too.
That was close. I thought I was gonna die! Well,
time to resume.
You're still going to eat?
I guess I wasn't wrong about saying this place was dangerous.
I'm all full. I'm throwing in the towel.
Which is it? I'm gonna use the restroom and then pay the bill. Check, please.
Yeah, so, this is a bit of random trivia, but where I live, we don't actually call this the check, we call this the bill. The check specifically refers to, like, a banking check.
Coming right up.
When I got into middle school, my mom and Sojiro took me out to eat sushi to celebrate. That sushi was so good. Today's was pretty good too. I hope the three of us can come again sometime. When should we do this again? I wish she could have had today's sushi too. I want to find out what happened to Mom. I won't forgive the guy who triggered her mental shutdown. So, you better help me out.
120,000 yen? You're joking, right?
Okay, let me just run a quick currency converter on that. That is by the currency conversion rate of, when I'm recording this, about 807 US dollars. That is a massive amount even for a fancy restaurant, at least from my, knowledge.
Looks like we won't be getting sushi to go.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Morgana is forever doomed not to enjoy sushi.
Welcome home. I've been waiting for you.
No, you've been waiting for sushi, and you're about to be disappointed.
Huh? Wait, where's my sushi? Where's my fatty tuna? Where's my inago?
We are gonna get our face scratched in the night, aren't we? Well, I mean,
So that's
next
why.
Memento's visit, we can probably try and make some. What about ramen? Well, yeah, it kind of makes sense for Futaba to want to go to Akihabara. It's kind of the stereotypical nerd area of Japan. It's often referred to as Electric Town. I have actually been there myself, but that was a while ago. That was back in like 2008.
Wait, we're meeting in Akihabara? Is Futaba really going to be okay?
Yes, we have to be careful of the nerd crowds, I guess.
We'd better get over there.
And this adds Akihabara to our list of locations, and Akihabara is not just a hangout spot. Akiba just makes me think of Akiba's Trip, which doesn't actually have as high a rating in Australia as it does in most other territories, which is interesting. And apparently Matthew Mercer is one of the voice actors in that, and he kind of regrets it.
Is this where we're supposed to be meeting?
Look at all those air conditioners. I guess they would advertise those during summer, but summer's getting close to being over.
Is she not here? Try checking around.
Are you all by yourself? Where did you come from?
Hey, over there.
Did you run away from home? What's wrong, little girl?
That looks bad. What are you gonna do? Yeah, hurry up!
Well, can you come down to the station with me for now? Huh? Who are you?
Hey!
Our name is now pronounced Hey.
Do you know this girl?
Now, this line is really, like, this choice is interesting, because this is the one that I like to go for.
You're not lying, are you?
I mean, not exactly.
Very well.
Futaba, are you okay?
Sorry. I thought I conquered my fears back at the beach.
Yeah, it often does take a while for this kind of thing to sink in. It can be easy to think, oh yeah, I can do anything since I've done this one thing, but actually, yeah, it can be a little more complicated.
What happened?
There wasn't anyone I knew with me, so I panicked. Felt like my heart was gonna pop.
Because she hasn't really been anywhere alone yet.
I got so scared all by myself. Then I just sort of curled up into a ball. Then all these people started staring at me, and the police came, and then it was all over.
Look, Futaba, if you're ever in trouble, just call this guy.
From hey to this guy.
Okay. I feel kinda calm when we're this close. You're okay being like this, right?
If you stay any closer, I'm gonna turn into a mantine.
You don't have to. Couldn't even go by a game by myself. I'm a failure.
Futaba.
But I'm okay outside as long as it's with him. Is he some kind of key item?
Our name has been pronounced 3 different ways in one scene.
Please, be my key item. I'll try and get better at navigation if you do.
A deal, huh?
Yeah, a deal. That good with you?
You all know what that means. Even though she kind of already knows we're affiliated with Futaba at this point.
We were impressed with the intel gathering skills of the Phantom Thieves as well. We also know that this would have been impossible unless you had a skilled hacker. Who was doing this?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the hermit persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
All right.
The Hermit Arcana represents introspection, soul-searching, and solitude. When it appears during a pivotal point in one's life, it calls them to reflect and look inward, to reevaluate the best path, rather than seeking external guidance. The card depicts a hermit navigating a cave with only a lantern to guide them. But unlike the fool about to wander off a cliff, this figure knows what they're doing. Mythologically, personas of this arcana are deities or figures that rarely appear before humans directly, but rather assist them from the shadows. Gameplay-wise, they don't have an obvious theme in their learn sets, though many resist both Bless and Curse, and some learn the counter skills and Makarakan, taking the arcana's meaning of reflection literally. Our Hermit Confidant in Persona 5 is everyone's favourite geek Futaba Sakura, though it starts somewhat late for a party confidant and she's not available many days of the week. I don't find this an especially difficult one to rank up as far as points go, which is a good thing as you need level 4 kindness to even reach rank 2. Futaba's confidant is unique in a couple of ways though. Firstly, it is the only party member confidant to require a Mementos mission. Secondly, Futaba is heavily involved in the second half of Sojiro's Hierophant confidants. This mostly comes into play once you unlock Hierophant's Mementos mission. At that point, not only does Hierophant become unavailable until the mission is completed, but so does Hermit. So if you're making Futaba's confidant a priority, you might want to hold off on Hierophant rank 8 until you've completed hers. And making it a priority is a good thing because Futaba's confidant benefits are amazing for her usefulness in battle. Now if you're watching these videos in order, I already went over this when Futaba joined in her own palace. But so this contains all pertinent confidant information, I'll replay that footage here. This Confidant will automatically start around the end of August, and because of that, Futaba will always have access to moral support, which gives her a random chance to cast buffs or healing on the party. At rank 2, she gets Memento Scan. Now, this is even better than just fully mapping out a floor. Since it also includes the exit, you're able to completely skip the floor once it activates. At rank 4, you have a chance of instantly starting a battle with a hold-up, and this can happen even if you're surrounded. At rank 6, moral support gets incredibly broken. She now has access to her super move, Ultra Charge, which gives charge and concentrate to the entire party. She can also sometimes restore SP. Ultra Charge, as you'd imagine, is completely busted. The only downside is you really don't want this to trigger while your party is brainwashed. I've had that happen to me before. At rank 7, after every battle, Futaba has a chance of restoring all treasure search objects in the metaverse. Useful for getting a bit more money, I guess. At rank 9, if 2 or more party members are KO'd in a single enemy action, Futaba has a chance to swap them out for backup members instantly. While you want to avoid situations where this will activate, it is very helpful when it does. At rank 10, Futaba actually gets 2 benefits. Firstly is the thing that every other party member gets at rank 10, which we'll cover when we get to it, but the second is Final Guard, which will nullify an attack on the entire party if it would have KO'd 1 or more party members. A fun fact is this ability was named Last Guardian in early trailers and was probably changed for trademark reasons. More than any other party member, you really want to do Futaba's Confidant. Her level up abilities are not great, but her Confidant skills make her one of the most broken members of the party.
Alright, now that that's over with, let's go! Where?
And Pikachu or Eevee?
Need, buy, game.
Also, Futaba's Confidant has some fantastic lines, and this is one of them.
Weren't you bawling your eyes out just a second ago? Yeah, but I have my key item now. Victory conditions met. Come on, let's roll.
Rose is red, Violet is blue, Joker is win.
Welcome home. Where were you two?
And yeah, I've never actually played Bubba Is You. I feel like that was such a fantastic concept, and then it got a lot of buzz, like, for a moment, and then I feel like its hype dropped off the face of the planet. I don't know why.
Akihabara.
What? That's incredible, Futaba.
I guess.
I just hope you can keep that up. Maybe you'll even be able to go to high school someday.
Oh no, this is the downside of Futaba getting out of her isolation. It means that she will have to go back to school someday.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough of that. Oh, I bet you're exhausted after dealing with all those people, huh? Let's get you to bed. Hey, we're gonna head back.
Let's hope she doesn't sleep for weeks after this. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is partly due to her. Yeah, something's a little weird about this. Like, the public went from hating the Phantom Thieves to immediately liking them after this one thing. The one behind the mental shutdowns is even longer and harder to say than that criminal. Oh yeah, unfortunately we have school tomorrow. And what do we do on our last night before going to school? No, it wasn't bad. We got a new confidant out of it. I had a feeling it'd be Mishima. Yeah, please don't ask them for donations, then funnel that into the, Help a Mishima Fund. New function. What does that mean? Leave Japan now? Oh yeah, there's a school trip that we conveniently forgot about because we were never told about it before. And yeah, the school trip is coming up soon.
Yep.
Oh no, that just, what kind of say, just delayed reaction, but it made me think of that whole, yeah, that whole thing with the Catwoman Halle Berry movie and her just eating a whole lot of tuna. I don't even know what they were thinking, but, yeah. So, can't leave LeBlanc now, but as they said there, we can actually do more than at Akihabara than just hang out with people. Sadly, we can't leave LeBlanc to get a guts boost from Chihaya, but we are going to finish watching 31.
Where's the manuscript? Can't do this. I'm done for. Just keep writing. The president can still grant you an amnesty.
For real?
So, yeah, the Jack Bauer interrogation technique is another trope I've heard of, but that time it's being used against the Bauer substitute, I guess. I had a feeling. So I was only slightly behind on guts. So yeah, only kindness is the stat that we haven't maxed. We need to go one beyond selfless. I love the title of the highest guts rank, Lionhearted. And with that, August is over, and now it's back to school. Oh wait, actually, first back to jail.
Listen up, inmate. Our master wants a word with you.
Yeah, if office supplies places started having back to jail sales, then that would be a little awkward.
It seems you formed a contract with another new ally. This is the owner of quite a different type of power. It will help guide you all to further heights as thieves.
Yeah, I think you can't actually use Futaba as navigator until around this point.
Worry not. You are steadily approaching the realization of your goal. This is not necessarily to prove so, but I shall increase the number of personas you can hold at once.
You better not be lying this time.
From here on, your tale will make great progress.
Yeah, Igor is not kidding. This is a point where the pacing of the plot starts going much faster, and it's why I've started to realize that, yeah, maybe that big stretch of downtime in summer is necessary, because from here on, the gap between each palace is going to get shorter and shorter.
Hone your powers even further, and prepare for the time that will soon come. I expect great things from you.
So, could you elaborate on what this time is? Could you elaborate on what our purpose is? Not really, but we can have 12 personas now.
Alright.
Already at rank 8 of full though, and we're only barely past the halfway point of the game, huh?
Until we meet again.
It is time, inmate. Return to your world.
Morning.
Morning to you too.
Ooh, a uniform.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you've seen one of these, hasn't it?
Make sure you study hard.
Futaba says she's going to shift to living a morning person's life.
Which is something that I can never really do.
A healthy mission starts with a healthy lifestyle.
Mission?
And on to breaking news. In regard to the so-called Phantom Thieves events that have been a hot topic among the general public, the Prime Minister held a press conference at his official residence to address the problem.
Yeah, I wondered if that was the Prime Minister.
The government acknowledges the current rumors of the group called the Phantom Thieves. We are currently confirming facts with the police and wish to deal with it in an appropriate...
Even the Prime Minister's talking about the Phantom Thieves?
That sounded very much like a carefully pre-written generic speech, though.
They're allies of justice, after all.
They change hearts, huh? I wonder if it's true.
Looks like we're finally being recognized across the country. Even though you have ambitions, you remain cool, I bet you stole that from me.
Because you're just the master of remaining cool about your ambitions.
Let's find clues on that case as soon as we can, too. And resolve it ourselves. For Futaba's sake, too.
You two really get along, don't you? You're gonna be late if you don't get going soon.
Good luck on your student duties.
And Sojiro doesn't seem to mind that we're bringing a cat to school every day.
The age group with the most belief in the Phantom Thieves seems to be teenagers. We've even received messages about how the Phantom Thieves are all students talk about these days.
Do you know about them?
They're the only thing my daughter speaks to me about. She's been glued to this fan site thing.
So if it weren't for the fact that a certain character from Striker's father is obviously not this guy, I'd think he was referring to that certain character from Striker's.
I thought it was just an ordinary website.
Lately, they've added a polling feature to ask who you'd like to see have a change of heart. Given people's heightened expectations, it's been receiving a lot of votes.
That must have been the sending wishes directly thing.
Huh. Maybe I should go vote for our company president. Change his heart so he'll raise our salaries. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
That's not how changes of heart work.
Oh, it's all over.
I mean, technically, you could do that during summer break if you wanted to. Well, not exactly online games, just retro games. Well, Mishima's been busy coding over his summer break. If he coded that website himself, it's actually probably pretty impressive.
Second term's already started. I think this every year, but isn't summer vacation too short?
In real life, I'd say yes, but in this game, I'd say no.
I guess it depends on how you look at it. We kinda got to visit Egypt in a way.
All right, let's begin homeroom. Let's see. We've just gotten back from vacation, but starting next Monday is the school trip.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You students are so lucky. You get an entire month off for summer and get to go to Hawaii, too.
Wow, Hawaii is actually pretty impressive.
Make sure that none of you cut loose too much, okay? Okay, settle down. That concludes homeroom.
School trip, huh? I guess we won't be able to act as Phantom
The Ryujiness is infectious.
Takamaki-san! You can speak English, right?
Basically, yeah.
That's amazing.
I lived over there, so it's nothing that special.
Hey, if there's something we're not sure of in English, can we ask you about it?
Yeah, that's definitely Cassandra Lee Morris.
Huh?
Uh-oh. Getting buzzed at the same time while there's people looking directly at us, and you're talking about Phantom Thieves? Not good. But yeah, it must be hard being like the one person who speaks a language natively going to that country, and then everyone asks you, oh hey, can you translate this for me?
There you guys are.
Why are we using this place again? We got caught like 3 times using this place.
Futaba! Did you come here by yourself?
I went to get her since I got out of school early.
What a patronizing Inari.
Well then, let's get talking. What do we do now? Should we go after another big target?
That's important too, but what about that villain in the cognitive world?
It's almost certain that this person exists. What's more, they're inducing mental shutdowns. We certainly can't turn a blind eye.
Yeah, but we don't got any clues. But, you know how we're toads popular right now? Everyone at school's talking about us, and not a day goes by when you don't hear about it on TV either. We totally made it big, don't you think?
True. The rankings on the Phantom Aficionado website have been crazy too.
You mean this?
Huh? What the hell? First place keeps changing by the second.
People are voting around the clock, after all.
If we go after these guys, I'm sure we'll score some big cash at least once. What would you use money like that for?
Well, I mean, we already used it on Holy Stones and maid services. So, sometimes I like to troll and just use the boring option.
I've never heard of a Phantom Thief that saves up money.
Well, I mean, the Cooper clan had an entire vault of their hoarded riches.
Are you fine with that, Futaba? Even though it's related to what happened to your mother.
It's not okay. I'm definitely gonna punch that guy.
The culprit forcing mental shutdowns. If you think about it, there's no bigger target than that. If we can change his heart and get a confession out of him, we'll be on top of the world for real.
Everybody's assuming that it's a guy.
Should we reveal our identities then? Oh, I bet chicks are gonna be all over us.
Still probably a bad thing.
Whoa, whoa. You want us to show our faces?
Phantom Thief face reveal.
I guess that might be okay.
Oh no, even Arn's getting corrupted by this.
I see. If the true culprit confesses, the existence of the metaverse will become known. There would be no need for us to remain in hiding in such a questionable manner.
I suppose so.
Hey, we're not doing this to stand out, you know.
Being unknown is the allure of being a Phantom Thief.
But considering the hype now, it's gonna be one hell of a huge deal if we pull it off.
Are there really no clues regarding those mental shutdown cases? If I remember right, wasn't the older Nijima sister investigating it?
Yes, I can pry and ask about it. But she'll just tell me to mind my own business and get angry with me.
If you can't ask her, wanna just extract that data?
Oh boy, now Futaba's finally, so something that people in the comments have pointed out is Futaba's like one of the only members of the Phantom Thieves to actually do things illegal.
Does she have a personal laptop or something?
Don't tell me.
I can lend you a storage device with my special gimmick on it. Just stick this baby in and it'll clone the internal hard drive. It'll even bypass the OS password. You'll have to plug it directly into her laptop though.
Also, that's got to be a very, very big USB stick if it can hold an entire hard drive's worth of files.
Can you do it?
Sis does bring her laptop home sometimes, but I'm not comfortable going that far.
Ooh, is Futaba gonna do something amazing again?
Are you scared of seeing how your sister truly feels?
No! Of course not. Fine, I'll do it.
What? I was in a tabloid magazine? But I gave a gag order in regard to Mr. Kamoshida's case. Please, wait! Please give me some time! I will find evidence on the Phantom Thieves for sure. I couldn't have made it this far had it not been for your assistance, sir. So, please, please let me... No! No!
Well, at least you won't be saying, man, it's hot anymore. Yeah, just remember that the general population, they don't really know who's behind the mental shutdown incidents. Yeah, if you get caught, that's gonna be really bad.
Let's leave this to Makoto. I'm sure she'll be able to pull it off. Hey, hey!
Huh, interesting that Morgana mentions the secondhand shop here. Also, by the way, more Phantom Thieves topics in the news. Huh. I mean, I guess maybe we're kind of pressing people to confess their crimes without needing to change their hearts. I mean, that could be kind of nice. Unless some people are making fake apologies for just the publicity. I'm thirsty for info. Good thing they didn't cut off at just thirsty. And the ADP matter. So yeah, there are a few things we can get at the recycling shop now that it is September, but there's also some things that I really need to save my money for coming up. But we're going to be going to Shinjuku right now because we need to do 2 things involving Chihaya, speaking of money. One of them is going to cost us 5,000 yen. So, we're going to get a fortune reading first, but we are going to do a verification test today, but it will be a special one. Also, we have access to this now. I didn't really go over it at the time because it's not really that useful to me, because it just gives you information you can just look up online anyway. Or in these videos, plug. But okay then, we need to do an affinity reading with Oya, since she didn't have enough points for a rank up last time. This should be enough for another rank up then. Yep, deepen friendship even further. That's good. Well, that's not all for today, though, because... Yeah, this is the kind of digging you should have done from the beginning. Yeah, we know where this is going. Maybe not. Yuichi Fukurai, okay then. Don't worry about it. Guess we're gonna have a little seminar of our own. Yeah, no, this is kind of weird. I feel like this should have been translated as Fool, because Trickster's not really an Arcana, but the Fool Arcana represents that archetype. As for why her fate is unchanged, well, here's the thing. This request, debunking the psychic, I alluded to this when I first gave her profile. This is, in my opinion, the hardest Mementos mini-boss in the game. It makes complete sense, since the guy is a cult leader with a lot of influence, but,
Good night.
yeah, this is gonna be brutal.